Potent Pondering back with another video. Yo, please come in, thumbs up this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, hit all notifications so you have my videos in your possession each and every time I go live or I do uploads. Yo, it's crazy. I wanted to come and talk about this Anton Daniels and also Corey Holcomb whole situation that blew up yesterday. Anton was out in LA. He went over, to do the Corey Holcomb platform. Now listen, I just want to say this, and I'm gonna give my true, honest opinion of how I gauge this situation. You know what I'm saying? You came in for my opinion, so I'm gonna give you my opinion. You know what I mean? So he went over there to conduct business or whatever, do the interview, hash out some things, and politics came up. What I will say is this, right? Just to jump it off and say this off top, right? You already know, I believe I believe Anton comes from urban areas, from Michigan out there, 8 Mile, somewhere out there, right? Corey comes from Chicago. Now, I don't know a lot about Corey Holcomb, to be honest with you. I listen to Anton Daniels regularly, right? And the crazy thing about it is that when I first started listening to Anton Daniels, maybe last year or the year before, he rubbed me wrong a little bit in the beginning, because it was, you had to get used to the content and just get used to the delivery, because sometimes the truth hurts. And he would say some things that had me looking like, damn, But then I woke up and I realized that a lot, even if I don't agree with everything that Anton Daniels say, he kick a lot of real shit. He do. And let's just get into it, right? And what took place. So he went over there, and I'm gonna just assess the situation off top. And I feel like Corey, shout out to him. I don't want to take anything away from his legacy or anything, but I can tell that Anton Daniels was just a little bit more prepared in regards to the topics that he was ready to touch on. He was aware of the history. He was aware of each and everything. He was prepared, for that medium that he stepped into to get into things, right? Now, from what I personally feel from a lot of people, and this is why I said this might hurt some feelings, a lot of people who are not mentally astute and have the bandwidth to be able to touch on different topics, they start insulting people immediately. And what happened was, Corey said that Anton was kissing white ass, right? I don't know if he said white man's ass or white ass, right? Now, what I will say is, when a person invites you to their phallus and they say you was sucking it, because that's what Anton said about Corey, said that you sucking black dick, whatever, Corey got upset. But what I will tell you this, right? When you tell somebody that you kissing ass, right? Now let's think about this, right? Kissing ass, you know where asses go? Asses go on toilets, dirty, all types, anything that you could think of with an ass. So you saying you kissing ass? Now, I'm not going to lie and be disingenuous to say that saying that you sucking D, that's not crazy, right? But he said it. He said it there in his presence. And I know it's going to be some detractors that get this video and they're going to be like, oh, no. Say how you feel, but this is how I truly feel. He said it in his presence. Now, telling Anton Daniels, say it again. He said it once. He said it once or twice. I feel like this personally, right? If you was going to pop, you was going to pop. Now, I love the fact that Anton Daniels, because you want to know what's so crazy? He reminds me a lot about myself. You want to know why? Because I come from an urban area, but I had a mom and my father is just like, they hated urban shit. My mother always put us in camps that was, different, trying to get us in a different environment, whatever. And we was taught to rise to the occasion and to push yourself. Well, the reason why I like and I identify with Anton Daniels a lot, even if I don't buy into his whole conservative approach, as I like him because he's a progressive black man, and I feel like he wants the best for black people. That's why I like him, and that's why I can listen to him and process the information that he brought. Because I never feel like, even if sometimes it's a little uncomfortable, I feel like he always has the best. My intuition tells me that he wants the best for our community. It's never that he's trying to tear us down to make us look crazy in front of Whitey. It's just that it's the uncomfortability that a lot of people struggle with when they have to look in the mirror and see like, oh, this is what's really going on. Like, I love the fact that he hates degeneracy in our communities. He wants better for us. He always speaks out against it. I'm sorry. I'm going to be completely honest, as people might think that I'm bugging by saying this, but it's just like, you can't cast a person away just because of their political views. A lot of people go into that whole mind state where they feel like, if they're not Democrat, I can't rock with them. Anton Daniels, he would be a person I would be proud of, would be like, that's my brother. That's my cousin. He get to his bag. He hold his shit down. And that's just my honest opinion. But let's get back into the disrespect that Corey felt. Yes, that was disrespectful that Anton said it, but telling the person that, to kiss your ass, you can't qualify how far a person feels like you disrespected them by telling them to kiss their ass. You know what I'm saying? So he upped the ante. He said, you sucking Black D. Was that bold? Yeah. You ain't know who he had there with him. I think Anton showed up with a security and one of the woman who works with him. He said that boldly. He stood there. He stayed there. This is what I'm going to tell you where I feel like the situation went wrong. Because even though they squashed it, they shook hands and everything was cool, something inside of Corey Holcomb was not cool with the situation, and I completely understand him feeling disrespected, right? Something inside of him was not cool with the situation because he kept talking about it like, oh, you know this or whatever, and I just want people to be careful. Listen, he had all rights to feel disrespect. But what I feel what should have really happened was that he should have just ended the interview. But what you have to realize is that when you're doing this podcasting and you're recording for the TVs and all of that, you have to be careful because the audience is taking everything in, and then they would have clowned him the next day. So I do personally feel like he had to perform that way, and he just could not. Anton knocked him off kilter when he said that dick sucking shit. He knocked him off kilter for the rest, and it was like he was unable to recover. But I would have been, when they first got into it and Anton invited him outside. Now, and I love that Anton was like, I'm not even a tough guy, whatever. Even if he would have lost that fight, he did invite him outside. So if you was about that action and the person told you, you know what I'm saying, suck that D, or you sucking D or whatever, and you ain't give it up, you had all opportunity. You was sitting right close to the man them. The man got right in between the woman who was there. He got right close. And I'm assessing this from a person who just watched it. And I know that there's a lot of commentary and a lot of people who's on Corey's side or whatever. But if Corey felt that disrespected, let me tell you something, right? I had a family member who another family member said to them, suck a D, right? And they popped immediately. And what my family, and this was in the 90s, right? And my family member told this person, don't you ever invite me to your D or whatever. You know how you get mad at the person. You be like, SMD, something not whatever, right? The person popped. They got into it, right? If Corey really felt disrespected, I know he's in his late 50s or whatever, he could have popped or whatever. He could have popped. That's how I personally feel. Telling the person, say it again, say it. He said it already. My family members, when they got into it, there wasn't no say it again, do whatever. You already know, and I'm pretty sure as somebody who's watching this video, I don't know how far this video is going to reach, but I'm pretty sure as somebody who's watching this, that somebody said that to somebody before and they popped. Anton stood there. He was in arm's reach. So I felt like Anton held it down. I felt like Anton held his ground. One of my friends posted this situation on Facebook, and she was just like, she had my same sentiments. Me and her disagree on a lot of things, and she don't even know that I watched this show. But she was just like, nah, he stood on business. And that's how I personally feel too. Listen, let me say this. Corey, the whole interview, you could tell when Anton said that it knocked them off kilter. And I'm not even going to lie to you. Live in front of a studio audience with people watching and, commenting, as shit is going on. I understand you could feel violated. You could feel disrespected and all of that, right? You could have. But I think that interview should have stopped. And you should have been like, you know what, my man? I can't do this any further. The interview's over. I can't go on. Because what happened is that throughout the whole interview, he could not let it go. He knocked him off kilter that bad. And he was just like, yo, what did he say? I disrespected you or whatever. Listen, I know a lot of listen, let me just say this, right? I rock with Anton because I feel like his mental process is progressive. I feel like, he's one of those people, like he ain't fronting to be hood just to get daps from people in the hood just to be like, oh, Anton, this is that. And I feel like he's been consistent the whole time that I watch him. He's called out himself when he used to be a Democrat. Now, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I still am a registered Democrat. I still enjoy his platform. He's not disposable just because I don't agree with everything that he say. And I believe that the people who even watch him and try to disrespect and do all of that, it's something about him that they like too. It's something about him that they like too. They just ain't going to admit it. But I like his platform. I love his progressive approach. I love the way that he dishes out the content and you know what I'm saying, his whole get up. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a person, I like to learn from people who uses different adjectives. They have different pathology or whatever. For me, scoping Corey Holcomb, I'm not really familiar with him. I'm not saying that his platform is not that I wouldn't watch, but I would get tired over there quick. Anton, I could go and watch him when he's not even live and just pull something up. If I'm working, doing some overtime or whatever, pull it up. What he talking about? How he touching on different topics. If I, at this age of 40, I'm gonna be 43 years old next month. I have to be gaining something from your content. I have to be. I don't like mush mouth. You know, a lot of people hoodwinked, and I understand it's a sector for the hood. It's a lot of people who do that hood content or whatever. I ain't shitting on them either. Do your thing, you know what I'm saying? But you probably just not gonna. And listen, there's a lot of viewers online who like that hood shit. You probably just ain't gonna get my view. But do your thing. But I can just say this, just as I wrap this up. Corey could not recover from that. He couldn't. But you got to be mindful of what you say to other people, because just because you might think, oh, you kissing ass or whatever, right? You don't know how violated that man could have felt. I understand telling somebody to use S&D, that's crazy, right? That's crazy. But if you was going to pop, you should have just popped, because the man was right there. If you going to pop, just pop. You going to pop. You know what I mean? I had to come and get my 2 cents on this. Listen, I don't want to take nothing away from the legacy, to doing the workings of Corey Holcomb, but Anton was there. To me, he held it down. He didn't move. You know, he didn't cower. He didn't cower on the hour. He tried to show him he had power. He ain't do none of that. He ain't cower on the hour. He stood up and still had the power, to me, right? If you was going to pop, I have family members. I know I'm not the only one, because nothing is ever exclusive to one person. I have family members. One family member told the other one, SMD, suck my, right? They popped immediately, got into it, boom, 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 boom. When the other family member did come out victorious, they was like, don't you ever invite me to your D, right? They got it popping. Now, I understand Corey felt disrespected. I truly do. But I felt like it would have been in the best interest. Like, my man, after we shook hands and it was like he apologized, Anton apologized. He should have just wrapped it up right there. Interview over. I can't rock with this man, man. Nah, man. He could have went online and spent it all the way like, oh, you know, he did some gay shit. Like, he tried to tell me I was sucking the whatever. And it did seem like Corey kind of festered in that whole homosexual thing. He kind of felt like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people have a lot of different issues, but listen, this situation, this video is not about that. I more so just wanted to come and admit to telling somebody that you S&D, yeah, that's disrespectful. Telling somebody that you kissing ass, I understand it might not be perceived as bad as sucking dick, right? But it is still disrespecting, and you can't tell a person how to disrespect you back once you disrespect them. You know what I mean? Shout out to Corey if he's doing this thing. I watch Anton Daniels. I watch his $1 Million Morning Show a lot. I consume his content a lot. I love his approach. You know, it's not the typical commentary. A lot of people like things that are very familiar to, you know, their liking. If me, I have to be learning something from you, and that's what I get from the Anton Daniels. Even his you know, his late show or whatever. I feel like I'm gaining something as I watch it. Even if I don't agree with everything that they saying, there's going to be somebody in the comments who disagrees with me. I don't really care about that. I just wanted to give my 2 cents on it. You can't tell a person how to disrespect you back once you open up that door for disrespect. I felt like Anton Daniels stood on big business. He stood on big business. I know that he's not going to be perceived as cool, because they would look at him as somebody that's like, you know, whether nerdy or, you know how it is in the hood. A lot of us, especially if you're intelligent and you have a certain type of way with you. Anton Daniels, to me, from me sitting back watching, he got his own motion. He got his own people, own community, people who support him. So it is what it is. You know, you can't take nothing from him. If anything, I feel like he blew up that platform, because I was going through the views of Corey Holcomb's platform, and the views ain't really hitting like that. So I think if anything, he should be thanking Anton. Being honest with you, everybody's talking about it. Everybody talking about it. You can't tell a person how to disrespect you back, homie. That's just how I personally feel. Shout out to both of them. I just had to give my 2 cents on this. Potent, pondering, never pandering. Leave your comments below. Let me know if you experience anything, if you experience like any of the videos related to the situation. I'm going to try to upload one at the end. But let me know your thoughts on this. Listen, I'm up out of here. Peace.
I'm not going to shit on nobody.
Yeah, you shit on black people. You shit on motherfuckers.
I feel like I shitted on you. To your face. To your face.
Be careful shitting on me, because I feel like you talking shit again.
I'm not talking shit. I'm telling you.
Be careful.
I'm telling you.
You can bleed in my face, but that shit danger.
Will we please stop the
trust me.
The tough talk? I got security. You got security. Ain't
homie, I ain't got security. Them my people.
Cool. Them your
you
security
gotta
people.
hire a motherfucker to be with you.
Absolutely. I'm always gonna hire somebody.
You better.
100%.
How you be talking?
Corey, stop talking tough. Stop talking.
Homie,
tough.
you
just said that.
I'm not talking tough. I'm talking to you straight up.
Why are you so?
You said you disrespected me in my face, and then you act like it was all good.
That I disrespected you to your face. So I'm confirming what you said. You felt disrespected. So I am telling you that I disrespected you if that's the way you felt. Is that not what you said? You said that out of your mouth. And so I apologized when you said that you felt disrespected.
No. The reason you said you disrespected me in my face
because you don't accept the apology because you still
talk about everybody else except yourself and white men.
I'm telling you what I said. You felt offended by it, so I apologize. All I'm doing is rehashing a conversation that happened. Why are you so easily offended?
You still talk about me? It sounds like I'm arguing
because I'm right. See,
I'll be around and they tell me about myself all the time. Be gone.
No.
That shit don't hurt no feelings. It's probably better this way.
Because I just proved my point.
Be down. So you proved the point. Homie, just gone, man. Just gone, man.
You
gone.
hypocrite. I'm about to jet.
You done did this before. Get your bitch ass the Hey, homie.
All right, I'm out.
Get your ass the fuck on. And walk over there with your bodyguard and your nigga. Walk over there with your bodyguard and your
You proved my point.
I got shit to do.
You're right.
Don't bring up here, dog, that you ain't finna stand on. Remember I told you that. If you got a bitch with you, explain the bitch. Don't ask her to be on my show, nigga. Can she be on the show? I don't know that bitch. Now get your whole ass on and pay for your pussy like you got to, cake ass nigga. And go get you a bodyguard because the nigga be done slap the shit out your bitch ass. I am who I say I am. I stand on it.